Alright, yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you like what you see. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Let me turn the music down just a little bit more. Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you like what you see. We're currently taking a 100k Ftmo challenge. Up to this point, I've pretty much been break even. I'm still in a little bit of drawdown. I think like 1.5% or something, my running equity. But this past like 2 days, I just decided to start going full risk. I've been only doing like 0.5%, and I was only trading or trying to catch like the more so swing trades. They're not even like intraday trades. Like they take like hours, or maybe like it may carry over into the next day. So I'm pretty much just gonna be trading the but I'm gonna be trading my same setups, but I'm gonna be in the smaller time frames, like working my way towards these zones and everything, and trading smaller time frame order blocks, and using a bunch of other confluences like my moving average, Fibonacci, just like targeting liquidity, just like honestly trying to flow with the market. It's been a little crazy the past day, but I'm pretty much, let me go and show you guys the account metrics, and I'll show you my running trades. Yeah, I'll go and show you the running trades first. So right now we're in, what is this? GBP USD, and we're in Nasdaq as well. We're in a sell on both of them. Basically just sold off of some order blocks. Right now I'm pretty much break even on Nasdaq, and I'm targeting about $4,000, I think. Oh no, sorry, break even on GBP USD, and I'm targeting 1,900, basically $2,000 on GU. And I'll show you guys the setup in just a sec. SPX gave a setup as well, but I decided to take Nasdaq. So here's the Nasdaq sell. This one I'm looking for it to fall all the way down here, and each position should pay me $2,000, and they're at risk about $100 each. I'm trying to give price a little bit room to breathe. Probably going to be going break even pretty soon here. So Nasdaq isn't, I have two separate positions. They're both 2 lots, I believe, or 20 contracts if you go based off of contracts. So so almost $600 in profit on that one. Nasdaq is and GU is about $830 or so in profit. So all in all, about $1,500 running profit. I'm expecting to see a bit of a retracement. Hopefully it doesn't come to stop me out on both positions. But I think we might be bearish, especially for like the New York session. So it's looking good so far. I'm looking for a nice sell off on both of them. And the reason I think they're gonna fall is because we have a nice I think it's what, demand zone, or if you want to call it like an order block on the 4 hour, I believe. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you the current setup on this one. So Nasdaq, the reason I decided to take the trade, it looks like price kind of wants to start making newer highs, but we're gonna see. So I had some liquidity here. I just visually see. I didn't mark it up, so I mark it up for the sake of the video. So we had liquidity here. We have an order block here on the, what time frame? On the 1 hour actually. So I like to trade the open of them. Like it seems like most of my long-term runners, they basically kiss the open of it, and they just continue to fall and fall. So I always trade the opens if I can, especially if it's looking good. So we took liquidity here, and then price on SPX, US30, and GU, they were all in like bearish order blocks. It looked like the USD, based off of all of those, looks like the DUSD is about to go down, or if GU is going down, the dollar should technically be going up. So we'll see if it's gonna continue that way. But I don't know, they all pretty much gave me like a sell signal. I had them marked up, and I had like almost all my alerts go off within the same hour. So in GU, if we hit take profit on this one, that'll be about $2,000. That should put us back in profit on the account. And if Nasdaq hits, then we'd be, of course, sitting at about 4 or 5%. It's not bad to only be risking 200 to make the 4K. I caught a really nice entry on it. Let me see. I'm not showing my chart. My bad, yo. All right, no one's on the live anyways. I cropped the video, or man, I keep doing that. I don't know why I do that. All right, let me show you again. So these are my live positions. Right, where is it? Right there. So we're currently $1,100 in profit on GU and about $500 in profit on Nasdaq. I'm gonna sell on both of them. Let me zoom it in more so you can see. So this is like the 1 hour. Let me bring it down to like the 5 minute maybe. Yeah, pretty much sold. Like, this is me like doing a bunch of buying and selling. I was like just back and forth in the market playing around with it, and I finally saw a nice setup happening. So this is the one I'm deciding to hold. And I'm holding that area, and I'm hoping that it's gonna get down here. Take profit is $2,000 on this one on GU, and so yeah, we're looking for that to hit. We're break even on it, so it's a risk free for about 2,000. I think I risked about like $500, but we pretty much instantly went into profit, thankfully. So we're sitting at about $1,500 in profit overall. So that's the GU trade, and let me pull up my Nasdaq. I don't even know how that closed. It's US 100 if you're using Ftmo trading. And I'm gonna drop a video soon. I'm just trying to focus on the challenge. I might do it this weekend. Drop a video on trading with C Trader and everything like that. But yeah, it looks like prices are tracing a little bit. This is the 1 hour. Let me go back on like the 5 minute. But yeah, so we're still holding them both. So this is the Nasdaq trade. Stop loss is about 16411, and entry is about 16407, and we are targeting all the way down here, and that's 16306. So that'll be considered a sniper, because just like the risk to reward ratio on it. So that's a nice trade. If it plays out, I get 4% alone from that. But if it comes stop me out, I lose $200, which is nothing. So, and the whole reason I say we're like gaining confidence and everything on it is because I've been trading like low risk on a lot of setups, and especially like the first week was bad, a lot of low risk setups, and I was just trying to basically, let me tilt this camera up. Alright, that's cool. Alright, that's better. Alright, so yeah, I've been trading like pretty much a bunch of like low risk setups, and only risking like $500 an entry or whatever, when I should be risking about 1%. And I've been break even, so if I'm break even on with like, but I took a lot of losses my first week. I had to get rid of the jitters or whatever, getting back in the market. I haven't been trading live before the challenge. I was just doing some demo trading and back testing, very light demo trading. I wasn't even trading as consistently as I am now. So I was basically just getting back in the groove of things, and just remembering everything and just applying what I've done in back testing and stuff like that. So that's all that pretty much is. Let me show the setup again, since I wasn't showing it the first time. All right, so GU, it's a pretty simple one. This is a setup I was looking at the other day. I don't think I took this buy. Either way, I probably would have came and got stopped out by this wick, because I usually move it to break even if I'm trying to let it run. That's another thing. I wasn't letting trades run. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I got my money. I'm back at 100K. I'm even, and then I'll go trade and take some losses again. So I was basically trading to get like break even. That's not a good thing to do. So I need to hold my trades for the full risk reward, because if I'm risking 1,000 to make 3,000, I should let it go hit that 3,000, especially if it plays out. So I wasn't letting trades play out. So let's take it from the daily time frame. show you what's going on with GBP USD. Hopefully it pans out. We'll see. It's like all in all not that unrealistic of a trade. So the market's been pushing down since I guess we're overall bearish on GU, and we end up going to a bearish order block. This could be the one to take us lower. I don't know. If it does, that'd be cool. But I'm not even targeting all down there. That'd be crazy if I did catch something like that. We're gonna see. I might hold it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it to take profit. I'm not gonna try to hold that one too long. I mean, worst case, I'll close most of it and let like 20% of it to continue to run. And so on the 4-hour time frame, I believe that is where. Oh nope, I lied. It's the 1-hour time frame. You have this bullish order block, and the reason I consider this an order block is because we have a bullish candle come and it breaks a high. Let me zoom in some more. You have a candle that comes and breaks a high here, and it pretty much evened out with that one. So it took out some highs. That's what I like to see, especially when it's like one of the highs it takes out is like just it pushes through heavy. Then it instantly on the next candle reverses heavily. Then it goes and takes out the lows, and especially when it leaves like an imbalance like that. Although most of the imbalance was filled by this following candle, we still have an imbalance here. Bullish order block is yet to be mitigated. I think we came close once. Nah, this is the first time it was mitigated. So I basically saw it go up in there, and I think I looked at it on the 5-minute when it was up here. Yeah, I think I saw it like break structure and stuff like that, and then I saw the whole big retest. I don't like holding for these like main retests. So I actually didn't get in right at the open. I waited for the retracement so I can go right into profit, and pretty much caught that. Stop loss was if I can, I'll avoid putting it below like a swing low or a swing high, because if it's getting like almost up there, most likely it's gonna stop it out. And a lot of times I don't. And like hoping it makes like a double top or double bottom is just like a lot of wishful thinking, because price will just come and stop you out by like a pip or so. So if anything, make a stop loss a little bit tighter, and then you can get a little bit better risk to reward. But based on your strategy, just back test it and see what consistencies you find. That's pretty much how I do it. So stop loss set there, and I'm targeting this other zone. I have a bullish order block here. I think it's like on a 1 hour, 4 hour maybe. Let's see. All right, this one's a little harder to see. I'm gonna hide this. All right, so you have a bearish candle here. It barely breaks this low right here, but right after this candle, you have a candle that pushes up, and then it starts to break highs up here, and it left the imbalance. So that one's not the cleanest order block to me, but I definitely would respect it. I'm not gonna just disregard it because it's not the best looking one. Either way, I decided to go ahead and mark it up, because I do trade those and they do hold. And I'm just targeting down here. I don't like targeting zone to zone, because price a lot of the time will get to that area, retrace heavily, and then finally go give you a move, or it just retrace a bit, eat up a lot of those profits. And most of the time I'm moving my stop loss further and further into profit. So stop loss can be like somewhere here, and then it comes break me out, then it goes hit my take profit. So I never target, I don't want to say never, but I think it's a high probability, a high chance that we're gonna go and hit this zone, and then I think people will probably be trading the buys in the New York session. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a bearish London and a bullish New York. I probably won't be trading New York because I got to get to sleep in a bit for work. I work at like 8 a.m. the next day. I get up at like 7. So that's GU. We're also in on Nasdaq. Let's see how they're doing. I think they're both still in profit. Yeah, I'm sitting about like $1,500 in profit. Waiting to see what happens. Nasdaq retraced quite a bit. I didn't even realize it made it that far down. But stop loss is, it's not completely break even yet, because I can see price coming in and wanting to maybe take out these highs, or yeah, these little high here before continuing down. I'm hoping it doesn't. Hoping it just continues to push. And let me show you the Nasdaq trade. All right. So Nasdaq. All right, cool. So literally same exact thing. I have a 1 hour order block here. We had a bullish candle come and take out a high there, and then you had a candle immediately after pushing down, breaking lows, left an imbalance. That's literally all I look for with order blocks. Sometimes I'll mark them up without it taking out like a high or low before the big push, but sometimes if you have like a bullish candle and then like an immediate push in the opposite direction, like a big bearish candle that leaves it imbalanced, and I'm like, all right, cool, that's an order block. This is an order block here, in all honesty. Surprised I didn't trade that. Yeah, it looks like it gave a trade off of it anyways. Yeah, I'm just not seeing this one. I was more so looking at this zone up here, plus we had liquidity sitting there, so that's not really one I want to trade, but you got to respect every single one. But in all honesty, I didn't see that one, and it actually did play out, so you could have got some pips off of it, but so hopefully this is the bigger move here. Came and stopped them out, took that liquidity, and I'm targeting down here, although I believe it can go all the way down here. I'm just targeting here for I have 2 positions. There are 2 lots, I believe, on Nasdaq, so it should pay me about $2,000 per position, so I should be sitting at like a 4% increase on just that trade. So that's what we have running on Nasdaq and GU, and also on SPX. It kind of gave the same thing. So this is basically like my idea I marked up, like I want to say earlier this week, most likely Sunday. Usually when I go through and try to put out my projection is on Sundays. But so we pretty much traded out of this. I tried catching that one. I got stopped out literally. I wonder if I can show it. I probably deleted that thing. I got stopped out literally like by like half a pip or something like that, or like half a point, whatever the terminology is. Yeah, the position is gone. Let me see if I can find it in my C Trader. That was big sat. So you guys gonna see a lot of trades. I'm only up like 278 for the day. Got off to a rough start. I've been scalping. I've been getting my confidence back, and I'm a lot more comfortable holding trades now. I don't know if I just had to do that to get my confidence back, just like get back in the markets, like really trade it. Took some losses, some wins. Only like 278 up for the day or whatever, but I caught some really nice trades here, so hopefully it continues. All right, so GU's in quite of a retracement right now. Oh yeah, so I think this is just like a liquidity grab. We might feel a bit of that imbalance. I'm hoping not. Stop loss is just here, so hopefully it's just like a liquidity grab, and then we're gonna just continue down. That's what it looks like to me. The way these highs were set up, it was just asking to be grabbed. Let's see. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, I was trying to find that. Yeah, and that was the trade that pretty much sparked it. I know people say don't revenge trade and all that, but I took that L, and I was like looking to get like, I don't know, I think like a couple thousand something from it, and I got stopped out. I was big sad. I wonder if it was here. I entered at 4,700 basically on the chart. I'm just trying to find that setup. 4,700. Yeah, I think that was the entry. No, 47 is really high. That was a different trade. Oh yeah, that's not it. Hang on. So if that's 47, it must be back here. Yeah, this is the one that started it. Wait, it was GU? I thought it was SPX. Alright, now I'm gonna go look at GU. That's probably the one I had marked up. That's probably why I couldn't see anything. I could have sworn it was SPX. Was it that one? I do not know. I cannot find the trade. Yeah, SPX looks right to me. But yeah, anyways, I'm pretty sure it was SPX. I caught a trade somewhere in here, and I cannot find it. I've taken so many trades since then. and 4, 5. This one looks like it, but I did not remember that trade. I was buying here. And I think I probably barely got stopped out or something. I don't know. This might have been the little wick that stopped me out and it continued up. I don't know why I don't see that on my chart. Yeah, and I think my take profit was somewhere up here. I don't know what this one is, in all honesty. But yeah, looking to see some bearish momentum. Hopefully it just continues pushing down. If you're in the chat and you want me to mark up anything, just let me know. And we can try to snipe something together maybe. And like I was saying, SPX gave the same trade as Nasdaq and I think US 30. US 30 messy. I was scalping US 30. Yeah, this one's messy. These little red areas are like my lower time frame, like the anything below 1 hour. I don't hold a lot of weight on them, but I do consider what they're doing. Yeah, US 30. There's no clean setup here really. It's like looks like a liquidity grab and it's following retracement. Hopefully it doesn't just continue up, because that means the others might continue to push up as well. But yeah, SPX and Nasdaq had order blocks marked up, and signal went off for SPX. US 30, I was looking at that lower time frame order block here, and we were in there, but it's like pretty much breaking through it by the time the other two hit. So at the time, all three were in order blocks, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm definitely selling. And Nasdaq was like right at the open, so I was like, all right, that one's cleanest. It didn't actually mitigate the open of it yet, so I went ahead and took the trade. It doesn't always hit the open exactly, so I could have gotten lucky with this one. So yerp, nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna be in here too long tonight. Hopefully you guys can see me take some profits. I'm hoping that GU one gives me a take profit pretty soon. Because this, all in all, not that far off from it. Especially after this liquidity grab. We should see some momentum pushing down. Because I'm not seeing, if price is going to go and start breaking highs up here, I need to see more of a liquidity grab on the bottom end. So that's something you guys can look out for. Again, this isn't financial advice. Do all this back tested and on your own, just so you can see it for yourself. But usually it seems like price would like to go and take liquidity, and like the deeper it, or like how do I say this? Like the more volume it uses to like take out that liquidity, like you see a bigger candle come and take that out, then you know you're probably about to go for like a ride up. It's basically the same thing like the order blocks. It's making order blocks like as you see on smaller time frames. So you see a big push down, takes out lows, and then you have a big push up, leaves an imbalance. That's where your huge moves come from, and it leaves an order block behind when it does that. So that's how order blocks are pretty much forming. You can see it happening on a lower time frame, and the market is fractal, as what's his name, MintFX says. So the same thing that's happening on the 4 hour and the daily time frame is happening on the smaller time frames, like the liquidity grabs and all that. So and if you see that order block being made, that liquidity being taken, it's like all of one big entity. That's how I look at it. So yeah. So I don't see us, if it does want to break a high, it might be this one, but I'm hoping it doesn't at this point, because entry was here on the retest of this. So this is a solid trade, like right here. I don't see it breaking that. If it breaks that, I'm gonna be surprised. If it breaks that, I think we're gonna be bullish. So that's what I'm thinking on that. This is why I was a little hesitant to push my stop loss further into profit, because I was expecting this. Yeah, I was up about like 1200 on this one position. Like I could have taken that, but I'm targeting 2000 basically. So we're gonna hold that. I don't know, we might take it here. It's a bunch of lows here. If it takes that, like I said, I think it's gonna go even lower. So I'm hoping we just see a lot of momentum and it just comes smack that. But we'll be ready to take them profits. I'm gonna set up an alert just in case, because I get sidetracked and I'll miss it. Alright, so I have an alert set up for this low. And if you're one of those people that don't like to watch your chart all day long, just here's what I do on TradingView. And if you don't have TradingView Pro where you can set up the alerts, just use CTrader. Again, dropping a video on CTrader, a much better trading platform. CTrader, you can set up your alerts down here. Just hit this little bell and then just click wherever you want it and then hit create alert. And you can have it where the bid or the ask line will trigger it and stuff. You have quite a few options for it. So you set that up, put CTrader on your phone, and although it's a little finicky when it comes to the notifications on CTrader with mobile. It seems like it's delayed sometimes. But so you just set an alert on CTrader and TradingView, and just basically set it like set it where you plan on looking at the chart. So you like, all right, boom, if price comes here, then I don't know, I'm probably about to get stopped out maybe. So you can put an alert up here if you're going away from the charts and you want to see what happens, and you can put an alert down here if you want to move your stop loss a little further in the profit. So you can kind of work with it like that. All right, cool. All right, now I think is the push down. Let me go to lower time frames. I think it's just manipulating like highs on the, I know it was GU. So boom, liquidity grab, retest that order block. So it should continue down, hopefully. But we have like a, not that it holds much weight at all. Just for the sake of the video, I'll mark it up. You have an order block here as well. People trade these. I don't trade them. I feel like the probability of them playing out is like very slim, especially giving you like long-term trades or whatever, or nice pushes. But I mean, it's all in the risk to reward. So let's say you do take this trade off this 1 minute order block. Let's say you're like right there at the open or something like that. Stop loss. Like I said, I try not to do complete swing low. I'll push it up a little bit, get you some more. And you could target this high. That gives you almost like a 1 to 3. So that's not a bad one. Yeah, the thing's playing right now. We'll see what it does. See what it looks like on the 5 minute. So it's pretty much testing that 50 EMA. Hasn't necessarily closed above it yet, so it might be clear for it to continue down. And take profit is where? Yeah, I must have removed it. But yeah, that's a solid. I bought up here. Actually, let me throw my GU trade on the chart. I don't think I had it on there at all. So GBP USD entry is at 1.35053. $1.35053. Stop losses at 1.35036. Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna put my stop loss where I initially put it. So it was like somewhere up here, this swing low, or was it this swing? I don't have to look. And I'm targeting like down here, but this just made like another double bottom, so that's like more liquidity. Mark it up. So I'm hoping it doesn't just stop there. An alert. Oh no, not an alert. Sorry. Template. So we got liquidity sitting there. Let We have liquidity here too. Pretty much any swing low where stop losses could potentially be is liquidity. It's even more liquidity when you have like a resistance or a support. So I would consider all this a liquidity level as well. So liquidity there. I don't know if price is gonna get all up in here, but I think that's, oh, here's my trade. It's way out here. Oh no, I'll just put that on there. I'm bugging. Let me see where my take profit's at. Take profit is at 1.34767. 0.34767. Oh, it's down here. I'm bugging. Sheesh. I don't know. I might take profit down here, up here. Wow, I gotta consider that we could go ahead and head to that order block. This is ideally the best place to take profit right now because of the liquidity there, but also liquidity here. So maybe like all in all here, 1.34831. I just want to see what price point that's at. That's pretty much where my alert is at. I'm gonna stick to the original position. It was like 1900. Yeah. All right, so now we're pushing down. So that could have been a re-entry, since no, I was saying it's basically the same thing happening here, where it like tested that. I think what 1 minute order block. Yeah, this little. I'm gonna put it on replay mode for a second. So this is what I think happened here on the lower time frame. So you got that 1 minute order block. It took out liquidity there. It's honestly the same thing happening over and over and over. And for you break and retest traders, I think break and retest is like probably the closest thing to this. Just looking at how they trade and everything. They basically just look for the consolidation and they look for the breakout and then like a retest or something like that. So this could have been the breakout, and then I don't know. We'll see. All right, so boom. So at this point, it is I would say it's now an order block. You had to push up and then look like it's about to head for the lows. Kind of equaled out there, but that's good enough for me. Imbalance. I'll take those sometimes like on the 1 hour if I'm like trying to find a continuation of a trend. If like a 1 hour order block forms and within a trend, then I might trade that for a continuation. But this is how you can catch continuations, is just look for the same thing to happen but just on a lower time frame. And then so this where the re-entry could have been, right there at the open. That's if you do want to trade the open. And then you have like this theoretically the same take profit. And sometimes your re-entries can have like a much better take profit than your original position. So this one I think is higher on the big trade. So that's 11 risk to reward. This one is what, 6? Yeah, 6.76. So that could have been a re-entry, and then it'd be basically 6.76 plus 11. So it'd be like 17 risk to reward ratio trade if it played out well without coming back to stop this out. And then price came out of there, and that's pretty much where we are now. So that could have been a re-entry, but I'm cool off that because I already got a Nasdaq trade running too. Yeah, I would have been considering stacking that thing up. Yeah, so liquidity. If you're trying to learn the smart money stuff, just learn where liquidity is at. Learn about your order blocks for sure. The order blocks just basically give you like a consistent type of entry. It's like and look for the imbalances with the order block. That's what makes them stand out. And I think that's what gives them the strength, is because price pushed away from there so fast. So that's pretty much how I look at that. But yeah, that's how you can look for a re-entry. But yeah, be careful with those re-entries. Like the further you are in the profit, and then you sit there and do like the same lot size as your original position, realize that if you take that L, you could be down, let's say 1 RR. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if you're targeting like 11 over here. So yeah, just do your thing. Yeah, smart money, I love it. And I definitely learned other forms of trading too, other like styles of trading, because like I started learning. What was the first thing I learned? I watched Jeremy Cash. He was the first Forex person I heard of and watched and all that good stuff. He traded with the RSI, the TDI something, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And he was just scalping the market. I pretty much started like that, and then from there, I started to learn about like support and resistance from like Swaggy C. So like support and resistance, and then I think Swaggy started to finally. He was the first person I watched that kind of went into like a bit of price action. Not too much. What else was there? So you see how price kissed that little 1 minute order block. It is valid if you are trying to buy, but I'm not buying because we just mitigated this huge order block here. So that's gonna hold more weight than this 1 minute order block. So you might get a nice little play out. You can catch maybe like a quick 1 to 3, like I was saying. You can, or like 1 to 2.5. It came like, I think up here is like 2.7 or something like that. But I'm not taking that. What was I saying? So yeah, watching like Swaggy C and stuff like that, learning support and resistance, and Fibonacci. I also learned Fibonacci from Swaggy, but I refined my Fibonacci strategy from watching Daniel Savage. Yeah, so I refined it watching him, and I think a little bit of Mamba FX. Mamba, I didn't take too much from him. And then I watched a bunch of other YouTubers too, like just checking up on. These are the people that introduced me to some of these strategies, and I was like focused on support and resistance pretty heavily at the time. Then I started to hear about smart money and stuff like that, and ICT, and started researching that stuff. Or like institutional trading is how I was introduced to it. And then was learning about imbalances and order blocks, breaker blocks, and yeah, and before, I think the first time I took the challenge, I was using order blocks, but then I saw that price return to them, and you can get a trade off of them, and I was taking several trades off of the same order block, no matter how many. It could have been an order block all the way over here, so I would have traded here, I would have traded here. I mean, it seems like they do hold up sometimes. This is an order block there. So you got one trade there. You got a bounce here. But you got 1 loss, 2 losses. You got another winner. And this would have been a loss depending on where your stop loss is at. Maybe. It's still in the order block. So it's weird. I saw it when I was back testing. And I was like, oh, I'll just trade that. But it's a lot of losses trading like that. So I think order blocks could potentially be like the support and resistance before it sets up, if that makes sense. The support and resistance, you could definitely trade it, in all honesty. I think if you consider higher time frames and look for your entries on smaller time frames, and I think it's definitely doable, but you got to realize it is a zone and just use some price action and learn some entries. But yeah, anyways, as far as like the smart money stuff goes, watching who was it, MintFX, he was the main person I watched when it came to smart money. I tried watching ICT, but he just talks a lot. He doesn't really break down the stuff enough. This guy named Colton Lives Bullish, he was the one that introduced me to institutional trading for the most part. Like I learned like a bulk of it from him. Like you need a basic understanding before you go and watch people like MintFX, because he just breaks it down on totally different level. Reason I loved him is because stuff he was talking about, I didn't understand like half the stuff he was saying. So I was like, all right, it was like I must be a lot of stuff I don't know. So I kept watching him until I understood everything he was saying. Who else? Oh yeah, Pips of Persia. I learned Wyckoff from him and MintFX. MintFX will kind of go into it, but Pips of Persia broke it down a bit more. Pips of Persia, and I even bought MintFX's mentorship. It was like I think $100 for a month. I bought his challenge, or not his challenge. I bought his mentorship, and I did that for like honestly, I only did it for that month, and I feel like I got what I needed from it. I just basically needed to learn how to do that Wyckoff a bit better and how to find my entry. And after that, I was like, all right, cool. And later on, I eventually added the 50 EMA to my confluences or whatever when taking these entries. So let's say you're looking for price to mitigate here, you get like some type of breaker structure on the 5 minute. You can wait for a retest, and if you broke that 50 EMA as well and it closed below it, then it's like, all right, that's another confluence to take a sell down. It helps keep me out of trades too, because I'll see trades and stuff setting up, and and if I'm like really far from that EMA, then I'll be hesitant to take the trade. So yeah, it's just something that I added. I use the Fibonacci. Fibonacci is legit. I don't just trade the Fibonacci. You got to understand price action and market order flow. So you got to know where liquidity is at. You got to know where these order blocks are, and then add in the Fibonacci if you're like, okay, I want to target such and such on the lower time frame. So like, let's say for instance, where can you draw a fib on this? Yeah, just for fun, I'm gonna draw from like here, and I might consider this because I'm hesitant on where to put my take profit. So you can see, like, these are my take profit levels here: negative 61.80, negative 27%, and then these are the areas I look for price to retrace off of. In this instance, if it's going down between the 50, honestly between the 38.20, the 50, and the 61.80, these are like my high probability retracements there. I try not to trade right off of like one or whatever, but if you got like a bounce on the EMA, hitting like a 5 minute order block, and you're hitting a fib level, then that's just like a bunch of confluences to take it. All right, so we might be continuing down finally. We must have grabbed enough liquidity. Hopefully. All right, it just stopped out this position that I would have taken if I were to trade this 1 minute order block, which I don't see why I would in any instance, especially with liquidity sitting there. So that's why I say make sure you know. Same, learned a little Wyckoff from Mint and the rest of Pips of Persia. Yeah. Pips of Persia, that man, he's sick. I don't know if he has a mentorship or anything like that, but if he does, then I would consider it, like just to learn how to like read market structure the way he does. He breaks down market structure really, really well. But yeah. All right, let's see where we are on the trade. I think we're probably like 1,500 in profit. I don't know. It looks like Nasdaq retraced heavily. Let's go see what's going on with that. We just been staring at GU. Oh, okay. All right. I'm pretty much break even on Nasdaq right now. I'm looking for it to go all the way down here. Now that I look at it, we may not get that to play out until like midday tomorrow, probably like towards the end of the New York session. I don't know, it depends on how much volume we get during the New York session. It's going to be starting up in about 2 hours, I think. But with C-Trader, I'm probably just going to go ahead and set like some positions. This might come break me out. I don't know where my entry's at. I think it's pretty much at break even. Yeah, it looks like it's heading to my to my stop loss. And so this is what I mean by like these can be considered order blocks as well, although this candle didn't take liquidity, but this huge imbalance after the push up, like I would consider that an order block. But this is only like the 5 minute, so it may hold, it may not, we'll see. You got another order block here. That's a clean one, but you got to have a directional bias. Don't just be trying to trade every order block back and forth. Right now my directional bias is to sell. Oh no, my stop loss is actually up here. Sorry, this is my entry right there. So I got a little breathing room. That's probably why I left it, because I assumed it would come in, at least take out that high if it did want to take some more liquidity. Let's see. But worst case, if I lose the Nasdaq trade, I'm only down like $200, and I'm targeting I think like 2,000 per position. Yeah, so I get like 4,000 from risking $200, which isn't bad at all. So that's Nasdaq, still holding that. Yeah, the indices, they looking a little finicky, but I'm still gonna hold them. SPX, basically the same trade as Nasdaq. I didn't trade SPX. I just decided to hop in on Nasdaq instead for some reason, but they're all the same thing. Yeah, SPX is looking pretty disrespectful down in this area. I was trying to buy this out of here, and all those wicks, like just deep retracements, came to stop me out. Can't really move your stop loss into profit when it's doing that. Then it finally gave the move out. I'm not a big fan of like trying to trade an order block on like a third or fourth bounce or something like that. Like the first two, I'll definitely consider it, but like the third, I'll be very, very hesitant unless I get some type of very clean setup to happen. Like maybe here, you probably could have considered buying like these huge bullish candles right after the break of structure, and you cross the 50 EMA as well in the 15 minute. But at that point, I don't even know when that happened. Yeah, that happened during the Asian session, so I wouldn't even been looking for that move to happen then. Let's see. Yeah, the sessions indicator. This I don't know if it shows up well on the screen. Red is Asian. This is the remaining of New York session. This is the New York London overlap, and this is London, and then you're back to your Asian. So yeah, that's all that is. All right, hopefully we're going down now. Are you going down, down, down? Yeah, if those are going down, then that means GU might be getting ready to fall too. Yeah, definitely liquidity sitting here. I see it taking these lows out before it takes this out here. Yeah. Yeah, we're sitting about like almost 1,200 in profit. It's all right. I'm trying to get like a smooth 6K out of both of these trades. Yeah, 2K from GU and 4K from Nasdaq. And I might consider adding another position in Nasdaq. Like let's say if GU go ahead and hits take profit, then I'm like, all right, boom, might throw in another position to but that's if I can stay in it. My stop loss is really, really tight on it. I don't know, we do have an hour to the New York sesh. Hopefully it starts pushing before instead of waiting until the New York, because otherwise it's just gonna keep trying to like grab some liquidity. I don't use Wyckoff too much. Only reason, like I respect it, but the main reason I don't like be trying to look for entries and stuff like solely off of Wyckoff is because it's like the way they mark it up and everything. It could be different almost every time. It can look a little different. But the main thing I do take from Wyckoff is let's say if I am in an order block and I'm looking for an entry, I usually look for it on like the 5 minute time frame, especially if it's like a 4 hour or a daily order block. But basically with the Wyckoff, I look for, let's say I look for like a manipulation of highs and lows. Basically that's all Wyckoff is. It shows like the manipulation of that. It shows price stalling. Let's say I'll draw it out. I'm sure you already know what Wyckoff is though, but Price pushing up, I'll look for something like that. May happen a second, a third time, and then they finally do that. And then when you get your break of structure, sometimes I'm entering right there, or you can enter on the retest. So this is pretty much your UTAT, and this is your retest, or your what's the proper term? I think it's like last preliminary supply, like LPSY, and then the push down, something like that. So you just look for the manipulation of highs and lows. So highs just kept happening, there's no confirmation. Some people enter right on the break. I do most of the time, especially if I got like a 50 EMA. So that's what I mean by like I added the 50 EMA to my strategy. It's a little easier on me. So I see like the EMA. Let me see, change the color of that. My EMA is like blue. Yeah, so I look for like something like that, like the EMA doing whatever it does, and then price breaks through the EMA, break a structure, and then so I can enter there, or I could wait for the retest. The retest may not happen till like it may retest the other side of that EMA or something like that. But once I see a lot of momentum breaking that EMA and breaking structure on the 5 minute, then I'm entering either here or here. And stop loss is 9 times out of 10 right. Oh, sorry, that's a long position. My position is usually like here. I don't put it below the swing high or low, or above swing highs or below swing lows most of the time, because if it's going all the way up here, although there are instances where it can make like a double top or something like that, or if you do want to account for spread. But I usually account for spread in my trade or whatever. Anyways, my stop loss, and then take profit be wherever you're targeting, something like that. I try to shoot for like a 1 to 3. So yeah, EMA, break a structure. I look for Wyckoff as well, but I'm not sitting up here labeling it. You just look for that manipulation of highs and lows. Yeah, I've seen people where they'll, no disrespect or anything, I see people like they'll mark up like Wyckoff on like a higher time frame, and then but then Wyckoff it's not always black and white like it is when I drew it out. So it's one of those things I'm just not trying to mess with, feel me? But Wyckoff is legit though. I like it. Just a little too much to do on the 5 minute when you're trying to snipe a trade. Like, as long as you know what you're looking for, you're straight. I want to see something happen. So pretty much once we get like a break a structure or something like this, then I might just go ahead and throw Nasdaq at break even, and then set up my my advanced protection on here. I was talking to that guy, I think Gordon something. He's taking the challenge right now. He's been posting videos on his process throughout the challenge, and telling them about the advanced protection. You can set the take profit. Is he guilty of that? Guilty of what? Of like the Wyckoff thing or whatever. Yeah, basically I'm gonna set up like some take profit levels here. Once I see that we're pushing down, like once I can at least get it to break even, then I'm gonna probably step away for the night, and then set some alerts up. But yeah, I think I don't want to like partial my positions. Well, I might do that on one of my positions for Nasdaq, since the take profit is so far. Yeah. Marking up Wyckoffs inside of a Wyckoff inside of a Wyckoff. Yeah, it just gets hectic doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you can see like a consistency in it, and it helps you determine like a directional bias. But honestly, I use order blocks to determine where price is going. Order blocks and liquidity. I feel like that's all you really need. And of course, price action, like what like how the market's pushing or whatever. Like I literally, wherever prices is at, it's kind of harder with the indices right now because they're like pretty much at all-time highs. Like right here, we're peaking like this, so it's not a lot of data to go off of with that. But something like this, like Nasdaq, even where it's at now, I look at wherever price is at. In this instance for today, it was like sitting somewhere in here. I just sandwich price with the order blocks and everything. I still don't know how I missed this order block here. Like, it baffles me right now. So I probably could have traded that, but maybe because the liquidity is why I was hesitant to mark it up. But so I'll just drop my order blocks. I'll sandwich price, and then you got to understand that price can go to one before another. Like, so like price looks like it's pushing up, then it's probably going to head to that upper order block. So if you get your play off of that one first, then you're going to hit up there, then you might go down there and hit this one. So as you can see, I was looking for price to head down because we were looking pretty bearish, looking like we were going to get a reversal. So I was looking for price to go down from here, but it actually decided to go ahead and continue up. And so that might give us our play down. And then we hit that, and then we might push up and start making all-time highs. I was expecting the indices and everything to fall off. For stop losses, whack as fuck. Yeah, MetaTrader, I feel like it's not like geared towards traders to like to be successful. Like it seems like the developers for CTrader actually care. Like I can go take a position. Let me show you. GU. Let's say I take like a 0.01. What is wrong with this? 0.01. Oh my god, I could not type 0.01. All right, so let's say I'm taking like a buy with a 0.01, and when that position is in there, let's say I have a take profit on it, it'll let me know that I don't have a stop loss. So just like little things like that, it just seems like they care about like traders. Oh yeah, you can trade fully automatic with that advanced protection thing, like just, and you can have it move it to break even once it hit a certain amount of pips. So once you get your entry, like it's good for like people, especially if they're struggling with psychology and everything like that. They can just like, boom, I got my entry, stop loss is already set, take profits already set. So let me, and if you're one of those people that like to partial your trades, you can like, all right, I want to remove 25% of my position when I'm 10 pips in profit. You can just let that thing run. And then they have trailing stops too. So if you want to leave the rest of it to just continue to run forever, then you can do that. It just seems like they care a lot more about traders. And then right here, it helps you calculate your stop loss and everything like that with this 0.01. Let's say I take a negative 12 pip loss. It's telling me what's not going to be like. Here, let me change the lot size. Let's say it's like a 10 lot. And I take a 12 pip stop loss, I'm going to lose 1.28% on the account. So it definitely helps you manage your risk and everything like that as well. Same with the take profit. You can even do it with the buy limits, sell limits. Yeah, a lot of cool features. And they even have like this thing out here where they I forget where it's at. They have like some trader statistics. You can like follow certain traders and basically it show their recommendation. I know when you're trading like with a different broker, it'll have it highlighted, and it'll be like, oh, recommended sell from this level, and then you can see that that person has like a 90% win rate or something like that, and you can decide to trade with them. But I try to trade my own analysis. That's if you like to do the whole signal, like taking signals thing. Yeah, definitely gave like a little trade off of that 1 minute order block, but I needed to go take that liquidity right now. Yeah, the only thing is if you're in the US and you want to use CTrader, I was gonna make a whole video on this, so you're getting like a preview on what I'm gonna be talking about in the video. But if you do want to set up CTrader and you're in the US, so they don't offer the demo on that's if you're taking like Ftmo. They don't offer the demo trading or the free trial on CTrader. It's only MetaTrader last I checked. But if you want to practice on CTrader, just find a broker. And I found like some European broker, and I signed up and used a fake address, and just so I could trade demo. Or you could just go to Spotware CTrader, and then you don't even need a broker, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, FX Pro was the one I used. I signed up and just used their demo account, and I loaded up the demo account with 100K, and I was trading it as if it were the challenge. I gave myself a certain amount of time to hit it, made sure I don't risk more than 5% in a single day, and I hit the 10%. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm ready. Yeah, C Trade is lit. Like, I wish I knew about it sooner, in all honesty. Trading would have been much easier learning how to trade on here. Like, the user interface is better. They have like a little dark theme, which is cool. It doesn't have like I don't think it has a crazy amount of indicators, but if you're a smart money trader, then you don't need all that stuff anyways. Plus, most people do their marking up on like trading view, so you don't need all that extra stuff. All right. If I was looking for another entry, I'll maybe consider selling right here. Let me see. Nah, it's not like a clean setup. Maybe in like the 1 minute. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't trade that. Yeah, it's just consolidated. In all honesty, it may give us like one more push until like the New York session. So I want to at least get my Nasdaq position to break even before I head to bed. Yeah, it's pretty much damn near double top right there. So let's try to understand. So I'm gonna do that recently. Got the free trial and was looking for C Trader. Yeah, I think I messaged them recommending that they should add it because, but I think C Trader is more so geared towards people in like Europe and shit like that. Yeah, it seems like most people in the U.S. use MetaTrader. Well, are you partnered with any brokers? No, I'm not partnered with anyone at the moment. Yeah, I'm just currently working on the Ftmo challenge, but I am with like I use Hugo's Way, Trader's Way, and yeah, those are the only two like personal brokers I use. But yeah, how you say your name? Yazi. I don't know, I might see a liquidity take, something like that, and then a continuation down. Hopefully, I feel like that should be more than enough liquidity to take us to continue down. Oh, you're from the UK? Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, then just find a broker over there. FX Pro. I think I used like some UK address, and I was able to sign up for the trial. Here, I'll pull it up here just to show you. And they have a web version as well. You don't even have to download the program. And oh yeah, it's a trick too if you want to download the Ftmo C Trader. This is what makes me think it's geared towards people in other countries, because it says it's unavailable to download in my country because there is a Ftmo C Trader app for Android and Apple, I believe. And I went to download it and it said it's unavailable because I had to Google it to find the link, and I found the link and went to it through the Play Store, and it wouldn't let me download it because I was outside of a certain area. So I went and found the file itself. Let me see if I can show you guys. Yeah, you just type in Ftmo C Trader on Google and then APK. That's the file format for Android. And then you just manually install the application, and that's how I got it on my phone. Here, I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a whole video because it was a hassle getting it all like figured out and everything. And I was like trying to log into my Ftmo C Trader with my FX Pro C Trader, like just putting in the credentials, but that didn't work. So, but it's easier to download the Ftmo C Trader directly from them on their website. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys the right here. So yeah. Focus. Yeah, this thing's not focused. I was like trying to show the positions and everything on it. Oh, there it goes. But yep, I got the Ftmo C trade on here. Those are my 3 positions I'm in on it right now. So yeah, you can go in here and create a C trader ID, and let me log in on it over here. So you just log in with your Google info or whatever. And then if you're on a demo, if you want to set up a new demo account, hit this, or where is it? Settings. And where is it? It's been a minute since I've done it, because I set mine up and I was trading it for a while. Oh, and I'll show you guys another. I'm basically giving you guys the whole video I'm gonna make. But somewhere around here you can set up a new demo. Oh yeah, right here at the top right, hit create new trading account, and then demo account, and then you just put 100,000, and the leverage on Ftmo is 1 to 100. So that's pretty much it. Create demo account, and now you got $100,000 account. Oh yeah, no problem. And what's another thing I was gonna say? I had like a bunch of little tips for that. Oh yeah, and the other thing. So like a cool thing about the whole Ftmo trial is that they'll tell you, oh man, getting some bullish momentum from the dollar. That's why the stop loss up here. I was expecting that worst case, but worst case I get stopped out. Let me see though. I'm okay taking a little loss. If I do, I might look for a re-entry, because I am targeting like about 6K worth of profit. So like a couple $100 loss is no big. But what was I gonna say? If like the cool thing about taking the Ftmo challenge is that they, or like doing the trial, is that they have their metrics or whatever, and you can see. You can basically look over all your stats. So all I do is you go to myfxbook.com, and then you can input your C trader information in there, and they'll pull your account and then pull up all your statistics, and they'll look basically just like the Ftmo metrics, and you can basically just use that to see how well you're doing, which pairs you're better with, what times are you better at trading. Let me see if I can find. I'll pull one up so you guys can see. But yeah, if you do want to see that video, I'm gonna break it down, show you guys how to do all of it. And let me get logged in here. Yeah, I'll show you guys how to get it set up from start to finish. Ooh, I just got stopped out of NAS. That means it just pushed heavy. Let me go look at that real fast. Looks like I might still be in my my GU trade. Oh yeah, Nasdaq was disrespectful for that one. Hold on, this thing looking like it wants to go make new highs or something. Hold on, I might look for another entry. See how much I lost on that one. Lost about about $180. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I was targeting like 4K. This might not be a bad area to sell again. Got a nice little 5-minute order block. I'm gonna throw a 2 lot in real fast, just so I can watch it or like get figured out what I'm gonna do. I'll put one of these up here. Worst case, I'm not able to look at it, and it does something crazy. Cause I might have just had my stop loss in the wrong spot. That's why. All right. Oh yeah, still pushing. It's a pretty deep retracement. So probably at this point we might go ahead and break these highs. Yeah, I was expecting a deep retracement, but nothing like that. So I might actually try to go and mitigate the order block on NAS. I was using the other indices as like a confluence to see what it could potentially do. Yeah, we'll see what happened with GBP USD. GU is currently it's consolidating for the most part. It's just manipulating highs and lows. To me, it looks like it's just grabbing liquidity from the top side, like just making enticing buyers into the market unless it's actually going to push up before a big push down. Got liquidity sitting there and liquidity sitting here as well. So I'm looking for it to definitely push down and give me that one at least. Let me go back to NAS because I just threw in a position on that. What time frame was that? Oh yeah, 5 minute. Yeah, we see what happens on it. GU. Hopefully it gives us the fall off now. Looks like some volume is entering the market finally. Yeah, I'm not trying to watch this all the way into the New York session. I gotta get a little sleep before work. All right, let me see. It's 16416. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I have a bad habit of doing that. Like literally the first 5 minutes of the stream, I was doing that same exact thing. So yeah, I'm looking for a NAS. Hopefully it pushes off of here. In that GU trade, it's just pretty much consolidating for the most part. I marked up this little 1 minute order block that I saw that it could potentially make a move from. Like nothing I would trade because they go against like my original position. But some people there try to hedge their positions and try to catch money going both ways. But it's too much on psychology to try to manage all that. But basically, manipulation and stuff. I'm looking forward to finally go and break lows, take out this liquidity here, and take profit is down here. I think I moved it a little further up to like about here, so I have to double check it. No, I lie. I think it's still sitting there. Well, I haven't set the oh yeah, take profit is set on GU for C Trader. Yeah, it's only like $550 in profit or so. Yeah, NAS is so disrespectful. I think if it starts to push past this high, yeah, I think at that point I'll be out of NAS for now. Yeah, where's my stop loss at? I'll just put it at about $100. Yeah, the reason I put a little higher is purple and green line. That's your spread, and so that gap is about that big. So if price does come and equal this high, then it'll fall off. Now, this could be your tweezer top. Some people trade those, but all right. So let's see. But yeah, as I was saying about if you're trying to get your C Trader set up, you can throw in all your information on here. Oh yeah, variance. That's another what do you call it? Another broker you can use for the demo, just so you can practice on it. Spread, you gotta consider the spreads on them. They're a little different for each broker, so just find something that you think will work okay. But yeah, it gives you like a summary of all your trades, which pairs you're best with. Even shows you how long you hold certain trades, what time of the day you're better, if you're more profitable on certain days of the week. This is myfxbook.com. You can use this for, I think, like MetaTrader trading accounts, C Trader trading accounts. You can use it for a lot of things. Oh yeah, welcome to the chat, Bunny. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm gonna try to do this a bit more frequently. I showed some live trades and everything. All right, Nas. I'm not gonna stack this one. I had 4 lots total in the first position. Yeah, but at this point, if it goes and breaks these highs, I'm gonna be done with Nas for tonight. Because the setup may not happen until New York session, which is like an hour and a half from now. All right, let me go see where my take profit was on Nasdaq. Take profit was, sorry. Oh yeah, if you guys are into crypto, make sure you look into crypto. It's doing some good things right now. Yeah, crypto.com. Looks like their coin is about to make some moves. I gotta figure out where my take profit was. I think it was like down here. So I think I enter like somewhere up here. Stop loss is barely above those highs, and I'm targeting like all the way down here. Or, oh no, I think I considered a shorter one for NAS because yeah, I'm cool with that. Bit of liquidity sitting there. I try to get like all the wicks. Yeah, take profit can either be here or maybe there. That's like a 1 to 14, so I'll be cool with that. It says, what about the 1 hour order block that NAS is nearing? Let me see. 1 hour order block. I personally don't see one that I would trade. A 1 hour order block. Like the only thing I would consider an order block that's anywhere near it is, it's not on the 1 hour. Yeah, I'll say maybe here if you want to consider this an order block. That looks like a solid one. Crazy long wick. But yeah, that hasn't been mitigated yet, so I honestly take profit probably be like right there. Now that I'm looking at that, a little bit of an imbalance in there, but everything else that just looks like pretty clean price movement. Like it looks like it's been mitigated. A lot of wicks. You don't really see an imbalance in anything, so that's clean price movement to me. So I could see price continuing up from here, or come back down here and take out some liquidity, or maybe hit these. I'm hoping it goes all the way down to this zone. That's what I'm really hoping for. Left 05 November 21. Let's see. On the 5th of November. Ooh, hold up. Let me. He said the 1 hour. Oh, it's higher up. Okay. Oh yeah. I have that one marked up. Yeah, it's just the only reason I'm selling this one early. I'm looking for the sell off early is because the SPX and US30 look like they're giving me some moves down, and those usually tend to move together. And sometimes I'll have setups happen like a few pips before an order block or something like that. So if the setup is happening, then I'm in it. That's why I'm not going crazy risk on this one. I was looking for it to kiss the open, but it never did. And so I ended up entering like right here before this fall off. I saw a bit of profit on it, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's I have that order block. That's this big blue zone here. I have that marked up. I'm still looking for if price does wants to get into it. I don't know if like New York session it may decide to go ahead and finally hit it, then continue down. So that's a possibility. But yeah, I have that one marked up. Let's see. Trying to figure out what all those notifications are. Alright, looks like we might have some profits on Nasdaq. Got a little something, about 120 bucks. GU is pushing back down finally. Hopefully it continues. I just needed to make its way down here. Yeah, to this little line. I was considering taking profit right here, but I think this is just my alert. I'll move the stop loss a little more in profit once it gets down there. Like at this point, I would not want price to go beyond this high. So that's why I was saying I would consider like a second entry into GU. Like at this point, if GU decides to go up here and take out this high, reason why I don't want it to is because you can even see it on the 15-minute. You have this wick here. So you had an imbalance here. Price pretty much came and filled that whole imbalance and like met up with this wick there. And then it started to push off. So that's clean price movement. I don't see any reason price needs to return to that level. If price does start to push up, then I think we're going to probably go ahead and break this high. We might be bullish for a little bit. So at this point, I don't want to see price come above this high. So theoretically, I can move my stop loss into profit. But just in case if price does do that occasional thing where it just messes with you and try to make like a double top or something, and then leave some liquidity up there and then go down and maybe return for it later, I'm going to leave my stop loss up there. I'm cool with waiting for it. Yeah. Let's see. What was that? Yeah, I don't want to see it go beyond there. So that's an area for like a potential like second entry. Got like a little 1 minute, not the cleanest order block. You could probably look for a sell off in this area. Yeah, so this little order block did give you a move. I think I said you could get like a smooth little 1 to 3 out of it. So that actually worked out pretty well. But I was not trading that. You'll get cooked trying to trade 1 minute order blocks all day. Yeah, that played out nicely. All right, so we might get a push off from this zone. Let's see what the risk reward would be if I did want to take something from here. Thoughts on gold? Yeah, I look at it. Just considering a second entry on it. Ooh, that's like another 1 to 9 on it. If I go 250 on the risk, nah, I don't want to eat up my profits. Not gonna be greedy tonight. Yeah, I'm already getting, if this plays out like a 1 to 11 or something like that. But yeah, let's look at gold. I think I marked it up just for fun. I don't trade gold, but I like looking at it. All right, so I got to break it down from like the higher time frames. Oh yeah, I did mark it up a little bit. All right, yeah, I marked it up Sunday. So I was looking for it to make its way down here, but it never did. All right, so hopefully it made like some other type of order blocks up in here. Oh, you got an order block here. Yeah, that's mitigated that. Push down for the push up. Although this candle didn't take out a low, this is one of those examples I was talking about. I do consider those. Order block refined. Oh no, that's a 4 hour. So we're gonna just put that to dark blue. So I kind of have color set up for like my different order blocks. So my main order blocks it is dark blue, and then like smaller time frame, like, well, the 1 hour is the light blue, and then anything below the 1 hour is a red order block. So that way I set them up and then I lock them. And so like once I'm trading or scalping the market to these areas and I'm like, all right, boom, this is a serious pivot point, then I'll start looking for price to reverse from there. But so that's an order block there. Not seeing any above there. So this is what I mean. I pretty much use like my order blocks to determine where I think price is gonna potentially go. I don't consider that an order block. Yeah. At this point, gold could be bullish for it. May just continue bullish. Not seeing any like serious liquidity here. Just a bunch of higher highs, higher lows. This came and took out a bit of liquidity there. Throw my fib on it just for some giggles. Maybe like a really low time frame order block somewhere up in here. Always consider that. Very wicky. It looks like it's mitigated. It's pretty clean price movement. So that's what you kind of want to see when you have price pushing away. I mean, here, if you want to consider this like a bit of liquidity. I have to backtest gold a little more just to learn like the little characteristics of it. For the most part, a lot of things move the same, especially if it's like with the US dollar. Yeah, liquidity there, imbalance there, and arguably an order block there, but nothing I would. Oh yeah, that's actually like a little 5-minute order block, but it's just an area to look at there. So, but this is where I marked up the, what was it, like 4-hour order block. So I can see gold. Let me see if there's any bearish order blocks to sell it to this zone on the smaller time frames. Oh yeah, right there. But these wicks above there scare me. That would have been a clean one to trade. Gave you a nice sell off. This is a 15-minute template. Low. Sorry, I just added the red one to my whole little trading thing, so I struggle to find it. So if I were looking to trade gold right now, I'll probably look for price to maybe push up here, because like I kind of want to see it. I don't see any order blocks above, so we might continue down to this area for like the big sell-off. So if we are going to go down, then I can see it going, let's see. Yeah, if you have like a bearish bias, this is how you can trade it. You can look for a push off of that. If it goes up here, slight retracement, and then the continuation down all the way to this zone there. I'll put that a different color. So depending on what your bias is, I would probably be bearish, because I don't see anything for price to head up to for now. Yeah, again, this isn't financial advice, so take this at your own risk if you do want to trade this setup. But that's how I would look at gold. I'm not seeing any. Drew that horribly. As you try to get it all the way to get it lined up with that candle as best I can. That's good enough. Yeah, these wicks scare me a little bit though, because it could be like an order block in there on like the lower time frames. I mean, this could be one of those things where it goes and makes like a huge double top, so be conscious of that. You might still get a sell off of this, so you got to be fluid with the market. So you might get something like this, push up, then it may make like a double top before it pushes off. Yeah, it's just like a weird looking area to me, so I can see it making like a little double top or something stupid there. Yeah, you got liquidity resting here too, so it could even take out that liquidity. Yeah, so you may not get the big push off of this zone here. Yeah, this one's it's in a little weird spot. All right, let's go check on the trades. All right, GU is finally pushing back down. All right, Yazi, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Back in about like $1,000 of profit. It's cool, I guess. Nasdaq. If we might go break another low somewhere, I'm just gonna throw it at break even instead of risking. I'm only risking $100 on this one, and I didn't even set my take profit yet. Take profit was, yeah, and I'll check back tomorrow and we can do like a review on the trades and see how they played out, see if there's anything I missed as to why price did what it did, or if it just honestly just wanted to disrespect me for the night. Then we'd talk about that, or we'd talk about how we got some profits. 16318. 6318. Man, I am tired. Yeah, looking for something like that. Push it up a little higher just in case. Don't do me like that. Yeah, like I was saying with GU, let's see what happened with it. Just look at it. Oh yeah, that would have been a nice little second entry. It mitigated that order block, and that could have potentially gave us like another little 1 to 9 if it does play out with the trade. But not gonna be greedy tonight on this position. I'll get 2,000 from it if it does go well. But yeah. All right, you take care too. I want to thank you for tuning in to the live. It definitely makes it a lot more fun and interesting when people watch it. So make sure you turn on the bell for the notifications so you know when I do go live, and we can go ahead and mark up some charts together, and then maybe even catch something together too. I love finding more smart money traders. And for those of you that are watching this video in the future, I have a Discord channel that I'm trying to grow. Not posting content in there yet. I will be very shortly, but if you want to be an early member or whatever, I will be posting a link to that. You could join the Discord. Let me get that link for you. Let's see. Expire after never. All right, cool. I'm gonna put the Discord link, and you guys can join the Discord. It's called like Sniper Entries, and feel free to post stuff in there. I am on Discord every day, so we go get some conversations going, some markups and all that. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned for the next, and keep an eye out on these trades. We'll see how they play out, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it. And you guys stay up. Have a good night.